Yes, folks, Jacinda Ardern Media, along with Jacinda Ardern Police, have just targeted free speech once again. But folks, I'm really not sure about this story. Now let me explain. Just recently in Australia and New Zealand, the left have taken a bit of a hit in respect to free speech. So I'm just wondering if the following story is just a propaganda piece to make Jacinda Ardern Media appear to be a bit more fair and balanced. And besides that, no one else has covered this story, so that raises more questions. Anyway, you guys can decide for yourselves.
Police are cracking down on the distribution of offensive material following the Christchurch terrorist attack, and a Wellington family says its rights have been infringed.
One News has obtained a video showing police visiting the family after anti-Islam leaflets were spread around the supermarket car park. Thomas Mead has this exclusive report.
G'day, how you going?
An early morning door knock in Polilua.
I wanted to talk to you about the anti-Muslim flyers that have been...
Anti-Muslim?
Police officers questioning a woman about leaflets that have been spread around a supermarket's car park.
I'll make it clear, there's no offence, there's no crime being committed.
So there's no offence nor a crime being committed. So what are you doing there then?
On the verge of it,
It
but...
sounds like that, I mean, I'm not being negative for that sort of thing,
Yeah.
but free speech is gone.
The woman's son films the interaction from inside.
Make New Zealand great again. Oh my God, he must be one of these evil Trump supporters. That'll wind up the left-wing base.
The next video I'm about to show you is what the state of New Zealand is at the moment. If you criticise anything, this is what's going to happen.
Back at the front door, the householder is defensive.
I'd like to put different flyers around as well about other things. I'm anti-psychiatry for a reason, but is that wrong to do that as well?
No, they're wrong. Like I said, free speech is free speech.
Free speech is free speech, so long as it's our speech.
The leaflet claims Islam advocates for the killing of unbelievers.
It's true.
And that Muslims want Sharia law in New Zealand.
That's true as well.
Sure that we protect our freedom of speech. In the same time, people do not use that freedom of speech to, I suppose, create an environment that's going to be hateful for communities.
So speech that offends Muslims will be deemed hate speech.
Police wouldn't comment on the particulars of this case, but say in the wake of the Christchurch terror attack that they are increasing their efforts to monitor racist or offensive material.
We've got some experts, our high-tech crime, absolutely experts in their field who are looking at social media, trying to identify those people that are concerning to us.
The occupants of the house say they're not anti-Muslim and believe police are infringing their rights.
I just want to know what you stand for, and like I said, it is free speech. So...
It's not your business, is it?
An expert says there's no clear law on what constitutes hate speech.
And nor should there ever be a law that constitutes hate speech.
If the state starts to control speech, what they call hate speech or bad speech or whatever, those sentiments behind that speech don't go away.
Yep, that's absolutely correct. Once you try to control hate speech, it just goes underground. The sentiment goes underground. It doesn't go away. Now what's just happened there, folks? This guy's quite rational. Maybe TVNZ is trying to appear to be a little bit more fair and balanced, perhaps?
They just get driven underground, they mutate, they fester.
Back in Porilua.
Come back with a warrant. If you want to arrest, if you want to talk to us, no.
Take it any further.
If you want to take it further, get a warrant or come back and arrest us. Yep, bye-bye.
An abrupt end to this conversation as the debate over free speech only gets started. Thomas Mead, One News.
Yeah, now folks, in the very next segment, just after they've painted Muslims as victims, TVNZ cynically throws in a bit of Muslim bad to again make themselves appear to be a little bit more fair and balanced. Have a look.
At the moment.
Police in Sydney say they foiled a major terrorist plot after swooping on homes in the city's west.
They arrested 3 men, 2 with alleged links to Islamic State. Our Australia correspondent Ryan Boswell is live from Sydney with the latest. Ryan.
Simon, those 3 men aged 20, 23 and 30 are still being questioned by police at the Bankstown police station and are likely to be charged with using an online service to carry out a terror attack as well as having links to Islamic State. Now, police do say they were going to target churches, hospitals, as well as a number of council buildings and Defence Force quarters as well. Police also say that that 20-year-old was planning to go to Afghanistan and fight for ISIS. This morning, they were quick to swoop on 6 raids being carried out across Sydney, and they dragged those men out of those homes and were quite unrelentless.
There are still those people in the community who wish to do us harm, who wish to do the community of Australia harm. I want to say they don't represent the Islamic faith.
They don't represent the Islamic faith. My God, aren't we sick of that lie?
Their actions are criminal, and they represent hatred and terror.
Police do say that this plot was only in its early stages and the safety of the community back then and now is not being threatened going forward.
Now, folks, this is what they're not telling you in that story.
Police say the arrests mark the 16th major disruption of a terror act since the national threat level was raised in September 2014.
Yes, folks, just across the ditch in Australia, police have foiled 16 Islamic terrorist attacks in just under 5 years. Yet here in New Zealand, Muslims are victims.